When you think about the University of Arizona, professors, athletic directors, and success stories come to mind. You might even be reminded of this beautiful landscape that surrounds me. But little do you know, there's hundreds of people working behind the scenes who make this place one of Tucson's scenic landmarks. NASA's newest exoplanet mission, called Pandora, is taking a look at alien atmospheres, and it's NASA's first mission to have its operations based here at the U of A, says Professor Chris Impey. The city of Tucson spends more than $10 million to support homelessness. However, Wells expects to see no sudden change on 4th Avenue. Reporting for Journalism 385, I'm Marissa Orr. Over 10 years ago, the Rincon Rotary Club created the Rotary Local program to help Tucson educators. The program's main fundraiser is the annual Taste of Chocolate event, which gives 100% of the proceeds to support teachers with services and items needed for learning. La noticia de la subida de la matrícula se viene mientras la U of A continúa a bajar su déficit financiero. Estudiantes que busquen financiamiento pueden contactar la oficina de becas y apoyo financiero aquí en el edificio administrativo. When you think about the university, professors, athletic directors, and success stories come to mind. But little do you know, there's hundreds of people who make this place run daily.
Being that we cover such a large landscape and see that it actually looks beautiful all the way around, we make it look good. So it makes me feel good. It makes the students feel good. It makes the residents around campus also feel good.
Antonio Colquitt has worked at the U of A for almost 10 years. He says there's many reasons why he loves his role in maintaining the university's beauty.
I get to do something that I love. I'm good with my hands. I love fixing stuff. I love cleaning.
Wally Godfrey has been in landscaping since 1987. He says people's reactions to the campus makes him happy to work at the U of A.
They're very grateful in the way it looks, and then when I sit back and look at the big picture, it's like, oh my God, everybody doing their part makes this a really beautiful place. It's great to be one of the spokes in the wheel of making this place beautiful.
Godfrey says he loves working on a diverse landscape.
I'm doing the same job I've been doing with the same tools, same debris, same plants, but it's just the location is really cool.
Miguel Morales has worked at the U of A for 12 years. He says student appreciation, in a sense, empowers workers to keep doing their best.
Every time that we finish a project here, we stand behind it, and we're proud of what we do, and hardworking individuals to make this place a safer and cleaner place for the students here.
Morales says what he loves about his job is interacting with people from every walk of life.
Whether it be a student or a faculty or a dignitary here, even the homeless, it makes us feel good, to be able to, share our experiences and our knowledge as well.
All three men say creating bonds with faculty and students is a benefit of the job. So when you see a U of A maintenance worker, thank them for their continuous hard work that beautifies our campus. For Cat's Eye News, I'm Marissa Orr. 4th Avenue is a hot spot for tourists and locals in Tucson, but it's also home to some homeless people in this city.
I like to come to 4th Avenue because it's busy, sort of, without it ever being like disturbing.
Addison Hall has lived in Tucson for 5 years. Hall says some people are generous, but not everyone. He also says 4th Avenue is dangerous at night.
I feel like they can be like aggressive, especially late at night. Like you can get followed and stuff, but as long as you don't really bother them, they don't really bother you, but they seem like they kind of shun you if you're dirty and stuff.
Jacob Wells is the manager at Brooklyn Pizza Company. He says sometimes customers complain about the homeless hanging around his shop.
Occasionally, there are definitely people who complain to a certain extent. It's usually about the smell, which is weird.
Wells watched homelessness increase on 4th Avenue during his decade at the pizzeria. He says the need of removing them from the area has grown.
There's definitely been some unfortunate incidences where homeless people have to be asked to remove, and it's not as easy or peaceful as we'd enjoy.
Tucson is trying to reduce homelessness. The city offers resources like housing, food, and health assistance. But city official Ernesto Portillo says they need more funding.
Yes, it costs a lot of money, but it costs less money to take care of a person on the street than to imprison the person.
If you want to help, Portillo says to volunteer or talk with the homeless. He says you'll walk away with a better understanding of the problem.
They are human beings with problems, with issues, no doubt. We all have problems and issues. Unfortunately, their problems are so extensive, so deep.
Hall also says talking with the homeless is good to do.
I like to talk to the homeless people, figure out what they're doing, because I think they're interesting, cool people too,
The city of Tucson spends more than $10 million to support homelessness. However, Wells expects to see no sudden change on 4th Avenue. Reporting for Journalism 385, I'm Marissa Orr. NASA's newest exoplanet mission called Pandora is taking a look at alien atmospheres, and it's NASA's first mission to have its operations based here at the U of A, says Professor Chris Impey.
This one's a much more modest mission, but it has a big science goal. It's going to just do a one-year mission to observe about 20 extrasolar planets, or planets orbiting other stars.
The satellite has a 45-centimeter wide telescope that will explore if there's life beyond Earth, says Impey.
It's going to sort of spectroscopically sniff the atmospheres of these planets to look for things that might indicate life, like water or oxygen.
U of A Astronomy and Planetary Sciences professor Daniel Pai is leading the mission's Exoplanet Science Working Group. Grad student Furan Nguyen signed up to work alongside the team of scientists.
So my role on the Pandora smallsat mission is primarily to aid with target reviews as of now. So as you know, Pandora will be observing 20 different stars in order to monitor their stellar activities through time in the hope that we can disentangle the real transit signal of the planets, or more specifically, what is in the atmospheres of the planets versus what is in the atmospheres of the stars.
Nguyen says it's amazing to work on his first NASA mission. He also says he's excited to evaluate the results.
The key question is still there. Are we really observing the atmospheres of the planets, or are we seeing activities that might be entangled from the stars? And I think Pandora will create a really robust evidence for the stellar activities and help answering that question.
The Pandora mission is funded by the Pioneer program, and it is set to launch in October 2025. For Cat's Eye News, I'm Marissa Orr. Tucson has many iconic landmarks, from a mountain to even our very own top-tier university. And one landmark that sits almost right in the center of the city has reason to celebrate this year. We go to Cat's Eye reporter Juan Serrano for more. Food often goes to waste, but Too Good To Go is changing that while helping people save money. Cat's Eye reporter Maddie McNeil spoke to locals about how the app is making an impact.